see if it clicks in. YouTube is up. LinkedIn is up. Looks like we are. Oh, see the signal's jumping crazy. Oh, there it is. There we go. What's up, guys? Justin R. Harris here. Welcome back. Business Scenarios based off the Daily Drucker. This is episode number 363. Getting to the top of them, and then it starts over again. If you're playing them out of order, then it doesn't even matter, right? Because they're all just general topics of just innovative thinking. With this one, we're talking about manufacturing, right? And essentially, it's when the jobs decline. So the previous episode, we're really covering the fact that as we become more and more innovative with business, with manufacturing, right, and outsourcing and things like that, and then and dating purposes of this, dating the actual episode of this topic, AI, right? So AI, artificial intelligence, and how that innovative process moving forward with a lot of jobs. Sorry, you're out of a job if they're able to cover it, right? So prime example is like people who write code. You can tell AI to write you a code now for an app and just be done with it. So why pay someone else to do that, right? Or pay them less because you can just go to them and be like, hey, I have this code that I told AI to write. Do me a favor, put that together and make me an app, right? Maybe they can't charge you as much. Or maybe the person who does write code tells AI to do that because it helps them speed up their delivery time, right? Maybe I just helped you create a new job, right? So there's different things and innovative ways of thinking. And with manufacturing, it's clear because we've become more and more automated, automotive, automotive, right? With the direction that we're heading in. So if you take that into consideration, you look at like these large plants and stuff like that, um, that's becoming more and more evident, right? The process of less human involvement, right? Now you probably, where you would have had 20 people in an assembly line doing their job in a manufacturing plant, you have one monitoring the equipment that's doing the job of 20 people, right? And that machine isn't getting paid for its time. Now, although the value that it took to go into paying for that machine, you're paying it one time, right? So if you think about it, if that was a $20,000 piece of equipment that's doing a job, well, how long will it take your company to make the profit back that covers the cost of that machinery, right? And after it has made its money back, that's it. That piece of machinery is not going to call out sick or, or take a 15-minute break every 15, we know, things like that. So it's not going to need a lunch break. It's not going to need workman's comp, right? It has insurance on the equipment and maybe has a warranty. If it breaks down, you have people that maintain it, you're done, right? So your profit margin increases. Um, Peter Drucker gives an explanation here. I kind of liked what he said here, and he goes, "The decline in manufacturing as a creator of wealth and jobs will inevitably bring about a new protectionism. For the first reaction of a period of turbulence is to try to build a wall that shields one's own garden from the cold winds outside. But such walls no longer protect institutions, and especially businesses, that do not perform up to world standards. It will only make them more vulnerable." Right. So obviously, you know where he's going with this. Is kind of a where I segued from when I began this conversation. He says the best example is Mexico, which for 50 years from 1929 on had a deliberate policy of building its domestic economy independent of the outside world. It did this not only by building high walls of protectionism to keep foreign competition out, it did it, and this was uniquely Mexican in the 20th century world, by practically forbidding its own companies to export. Why would you do that? This attempt to create a modern but purely Mexican economy failed tremendously. Okay, so Mexico actually became increasingly dependent on imports both of food and manufactured products from the outside world. It was finally forced to open itself to the outside world since it simply could no longer pay for the needed imports. And then Mexico found that a good deal of its industry could not survive. Imagine that. So they pretty much cut themselves off, right? They stepped on their own toe before stepping forward, and so blocked themselves in their own manufacturing moving forward, right? And that was just on a manual scale of manufacturing. So I took you on a fast forward as we're talking about the innovation of technology and manufacturing. And so you put all that together now with AI, and where does that take us next year, the year after that, right? Don't be the country that failed like Mexico did. Sorry, guys, but I hope you learned your lesson on that, which I'm sure you did. And Mexico's economy is actually changing; it's improving. Um, and so let's not shoot them down. Everyone learns a lesson, and so that lesson was learned, like Peter Drucker explained, and they are moving forward, right? Hey, that's just one topic. See you guys next time.